my lovely wife, Crystal. And we are Keto Made Easy. And we figured we'd probably give you a little longer video just giving you our story. As you saw in a little intro, you saw some before pictures. I was a really large man. My beautiful wife here, she was beautiful. But she was on the bigger side too.
Careful now.
I was. You still pale in comparison to me. And we figured we better just sit down and give you, instead of just little short snippets, just tell you what brought us to the point where we needed to change. You're laughing at me.
It's fine. You laugh at me, I laugh at you.
I know, it makes it fun. It makes it fun.
Always.
So basically, this all started, man, we're going to go real way back. It all started back, I was a college wrestler, high school, college. Stopped wrestling freshman year and just stopped caring. I just ate what I wanted.
When you wanted.
Drank some beers and ate some pizza every weekend, and pretty soon I just went from 197 to probably 250, 275. Kept ballooning up here and there, didn't really care. And before I knew it, it was 18, 19 years down the line, and I was 468 pounds. Felt terrible, lethargic, had no energy. I got home from work and was dead, had no family time.
You're just really exhausted for family time even, because the energy's just not there, because you use it for your day job, whatever shift you may work, and it's just, there's nothing left to give, really. That it's just, there's a mentality switch, I'm off the clock, like, you're just kind of clocking off, brain-wise, too, food, sleep, do it all over again the next day, and the weight gain is just, it's a progression, over time, so if you do decide to do keto, there's going to be a progression of, once you get into that ketosis, of the weight coming off, so, good.
And likewise, in the same time frame, you yourself, you had all sorts of health issues. It wasn't just, you weren't just, sure you were getting on the heavier side. That started with, you could put on the baby weight and never lost it.
Yep.
But,
said I was going to.
But.
Yep. And I had tried different food programs, different workout videos, different diets, fad diets, and it just was a yo-yo, and you try one and you're like, sure, great, it works for a few days, and then it's not easy to maintain that, you get kind of bored with it. It loses you lose your interest in it, and I don't know, I never really found anything that worked for me until keto, like really truly worked, and that I knew that I could do.
And then on top of all that, you've struggled with, you've had thyroid issues
since 2004.
Yeah, forever.
Very long time.
You've been, the last 5 to 10 years, you've been dealing with some cholesterol issues. So yeah, like I said, with your added weight over the last, since 14 years since Jacob's been born, like I said, you put on baby weight, and you're still trying to get rid of it 14 years later, and it's, I was concerned about your health, and as big as I was, at least every time I went to the doctor, I was healthy as a horse, just, man, a Clydesdale, not bacon, but you truly had some blood work issues, and there was medicine was around the corner if you didn't change something,
Yep, yeah. My cholesterol issue specifically with that was, my triglycerides, the portion of the cholesterol were just, my memory, but over 600 something. I think it was like 693 or something, which is astronomically high on the triglyceride side. I can't remember right now off the top of my head what my cholesterol was, but and I can post that in the description, just so you guys know, like, kind of where my starting point was with that. But part of my cholesterol issues was hereditary, and there's a lot of people that have the hereditary portion of their cholesterol, and you just hear like, oh, you need medication, oh, you need medication. Some people do need medication, and it does help, but also eating a healthy, well-balanced diet can absolutely help with that. And when my blood work came back and my numbers were in the normal range, just by eating healthier and a well-balanced diet, doing keto, just, I ended up not needing medication, thankfully.
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself a little bit in our story here, but yeah, and in that same time frame, I say we've been dealing with our own, wallowing in our own
life.
Life, or gluttony, or just self-serving, or what we thought we were doing just fine. So you fast forward to fall of 21. It was the end of September, beginning of October, and so I finally had enough. I was just lethargic, couldn't do nothing. Truly, like I say, I was 468 pounds last September 30th, and I thought I had diabetes. I went to the express care, and I went I'm just gonna get checked out. I really, truly thought that I probably finally had weight-related diabetes. It was bound to happen. Something was bound to happen. I was huge. I went in there, stuck me a few times, tested all my blood. I say, luckily everything came back just fine. Blood pressure, didn't have anything, no issues whatsoever. All my blood work came back very clean. And I say, I was healthy as a horse, just a big horse. But I saw that 468, and it was just like I got hit by a Mack truck. I had to change. I had made we were turning the corner. With my faith, and I was looking into going to seminary and trying to become a pastor and moving on my life that way. I had a family that's needs me. If I want to be around a little longer, I need to start taking care of myself a little better. Say, Mack truck run me over. If I want to go out there and proclaim the gospel of Jesus, if I want to be there for my family, I needed to get healthy. And I just, right there, it was a flip of a switch. Like, I got to figure out something. I heard about this keto diet. Let's give it a shot. It was just quick. I quickly did some research and went to the grocery store right after the doctor and just got a few things that I got in terms of keto snacks, picked up all sorts of just things that, I probably got stuff I didn't necessarily need, but you didn't know at that point, I just really, it was time to start. So October 1st, I started. And that was it. I turned the corner, and there was no turning back. I had to fix where I was at. And then I started, And after a few days, and I couldn't have, sure, I probably lost something, but I couldn't have lost more than 5 pounds probably. But all of a sudden, that sugar and all that just junk that's in your body started leaving me. How quick did I have energy?
Honestly, I think the next morning.
Really? I was thinking like 3 days. We're going next morning?
October 2nd. It's just, it's hard to wake up in the morning, when you have all that sugar in your system.
I couldn't wake up at all.
Yeah, and he woke up the next morning, it was 5:30 in the morning, just popped right out of bed, and that was just a matter of hours.
See, I'm not quite going there. I was thinking more a few days later,
but even then, a few days into it, and then that sugar and those extra carbs, it's even more out of your system, and just morning after morning, and you're popping out of bed, and I'm still groggy, like, what is this keto, so you had something going on, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was nuts, and some people have heard about a keto flu and things like that. I personally never dealt with that. When you get into this, if you deal with some of that stuff, basically you feel run down for a little bit as that stuff's leaving your system. I personally didn't deal with it, but I've heard a lot of stories about it, so I'm sure it's a thing.
Yeah, I didn't have to, what they call the keto flu either.
But Jake, he dealt with a little bit of that though. Our son, he dealt with that some. He was.
Mine was horrible.
he was a little more run down than we were, but
Yeah, it's just that your body kind of adjusting and getting into that ketosis and that sugar and those extra carbs leaving your body. But once you get past that, it's you feel really good and your energy and it's just that energy. I can't even describe the difference because it's not like you're pumped up on caffeine and sugar from candy or something.
Well, and then like I say, fast forward a couple weeks. Been doing a couple weeks. I mean, I'm just flip the switch. I'm a different man.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes to the doctor. And she gets some blood work done. Just like 2 weeks after I started keto. And she's already kind of like, she's a worry wart. She's I don't know if I can do this. For this reason, for that reason. But she went to the doctor. And like I say, she always gotta have blood drawn with her thyroid issues. She's getting needles stuck in her body every other month. It feels like. But it's had to be time for her. And probably her worst lab she ever had was that middle of October last year.
It's about October 15th, roughly.
But for the first time ever, you had a little elevated blood sugars even that time. You weren't diabetic yet, but you were maybe into that pre-diabetes stage, and that was it for you. I had that 468 was my hard mark. That all the other blood issues I've been on your butt about for years, like you got to get this taken care of. Diet will do it. No. But I wasn't a good example either.
It was definitely a back and forth. Like, well, he's not doing it. Why should I do it? But the glucose thing was.
That scared you straight.
Absolutely. That was it for me.
So she's like, all right. That next day she started, and it was good, And then we started working. Weight's falling off me. October 1st, by Christmas Day. So literally 2021, by Christmas Day, I started October 1st. I lost 100 pounds.
From October 1st of 2021
to December 25th of 2021. Just under 3 months, I lost 100 pounds. Now, I know I'm a freak of nature. Don't expect those sort of results, but that's how quickly it's fallen off of me, It was just pound after pound after pound. Here I am, this is Christmas Day 2022, and I've lost another 160 pounds. It's just, like I said, one of the videos, it's going to be posted the same day as this one, but it's been a week. I've lost 5 pounds since then. I'm down 260 pounds. This whole journey. Thus far. Yeah. I got about 10 more before I want to just level off, and we'll get there. But I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But that's how quick this made a difference in my life. So there was no turning back for me. After a few weeks, energy was there. Weight was falling off, and there wasn't nothing I couldn't do. And at the same time, you fast forward about 4 months before you went back to the doctor.
It was April. Yeah, because I started 2 weeks after you in October, and had that blood work done in the middle of October.
So it's more closer to 6 months when you went back. To get your blood
I
drawn.
was April, yeah.
Still about 6 months, 4 to 6 months, somewhere in there. Whatever.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
She went back for more blood.
My memory's horrible anyway, so.
Oh, you're super old.
I know, yeah. but yeah, I went back to the doctor and I had blood work and the levels. I mean, they did a full panel just checking everything, every function, all of it. And for literally the first time ever in my entire life, everything was in the normal range. And I looked at that, there's like an app set up on my phone, so I even got my results back before my doctor even saw them. And I'm looking at this and I'm scrolling through everything that they had tested for. Normal range. And I'm just looking at this and I'm like, this keto, this is something. I just, it was a good shock.
Well, it was the best blood work you've had in 15
yeah.
years. Or more.
Even more than that, I'm sure, because you get to that age and you have to start getting things tested with blood work and all that stuff. But yeah, it just, and I felt great, and just that energy. That energy is just, it's something different, And when you have those goals, whether it's a weekly goal or every 2 weeks, you have these little things to work towards, and then it's like your long range goals, whether it be blood work or if you have, your annual checkup coming, things like that. It's kind of like a motivation, and then you see these little successes along the way, and then when it shows up in your blood work, it's just, there's your proof right there that, worked for me, worked for you,
Then
So.
then you fast forward another couple months. It's beginning of June. You've lost what 40 some ish pounds, 40,
Right
40.
around 40, yeah.
Yeah, 40, a little more. And we should preface this by saying, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves a little bit here too far, because Jake, our youngest boy here, he's 14.
Mm-hmm.
He just. And she had to take some fertility medicine just to be able to ovulate, be able to conceive, to be able to have Jake. We had tried more things. It wasn't in the cards. The good Lord was telling us no. So, and it is what it is, and we just finally moved on. We tried. We never tried not to have children, but it just wasn't in the cards. I mean, Crystal was barren. This is what it is. She had what's the letters? What do you got going on?
PCOS.
PCOS.
Yeah, and at the time.
Alphabet soup.
Right, yeah. At the time when I got pregnant with our 14-year-old, which was, I got pregnant in 2007 with him, he was born in 2008. I had no idea, even pretty much all my, adult life, had no idea that I had PCOS until after I'd started the keto and, your body's doing things, from a female perspective, and I got other things tested out, and finally, after all those years, even after having Jake, I got diagnosed with PCOS, and I'd known a little bit about it prior to that, but I like to do research and learn things and educate myself on things, and I also have it's called amenorrhea, which also makes it very difficult.
Well, you basically don't have periods ever once a year, essentially.
Maybe. Yeah. Which also, can cause issues in trying to have children. So I've just got all these things going on, and I'm like, what's gonna fix it? Little did I know that keto was.
She's talked about this research deal. She certainly didn't do enough research to realize that keto actually has been showing that it can help with these particular fertility issues.
Yep.
And here we are. It was on Jake's 14th birthday. We found out that we're gonna have another little baby. Mm-hmm. And surprise. So. And that's what we're here to do. That's our story. We're just average people. We didn't do anything special. We just heard about this keto diet. We figured out we had the wherewithal to stick with it. We gotta stick with it. And I've lost almost 260 pounds. She's pregnant. So we got to thinking, we got a heck of a story here. And we need to share this story, not for anything for us. We need to share the story for you guys out there. Because if you're struggling with similar fertility issues that Krista was, I was morbidly obese. If you're morbidly obese, even if you just need to lose a few pounds, we can do this for you. And the whole time, get your body cleaned out and get that clean energy going. We want to help you. We've learned a lot on how to do all this, and we want to share that with you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this what this channel is all about. It's about you guys. It's not about us. We've been there. We've thank the Lord. He's kept us on the straight and narrow with this. He's kept us and showed us how to do it, and we want to help you do this. So whether or not you're looking to lose some weight, do a little research whether or not this could help you for fertility if you're looking for that sort of thing, or just wanting to feel better and just want to figure out what this keto stuff's all about, we're here to help you. Okay, we're going to look into opening up some consultation type of thing. If you want to have live chats with us, we're going to look into the live chat thing here on YouTube, here on Facebook, here on anything. We want to put this out here. We want to be here. We want to help you do what we've done, and we know how, and we know we can help you, and that's what we're here to do. It's our story. Here I am, almost 260 pounds later. Here she is, pregnant. and she was losing weight before she got pregnant, and she put her back on. Now she's not on keto right now. It's not great for pregnancy. You need some of them carbs when you're pregnant, but she's gonna go right back on her as soon as she can. You know, and
absolutely. It's just, I mean, it's just that kind of a diet. Like, you know, I never thought that my husband would lose. What would you say? 260 pounds.
pert near.
Yeah, pert near. You know, never imagined, you know, in a million years that would happen, because I was truly concerned about your health, you know, but, you know, and putting myself on a back burner, but then, you know, becoming really concerned about my health and everything, and then it just, you know, we just, at the same time, we're just like, you know, we're done, we're going to do this, and we were on the same page, and it was with keto, and it's just, it's a great thing. It really, truly is.
So let our story become your story. Let us help you do that.
Every single day.
So if this is something you think can help you, and you want to share it, then share with everybody that you see that wants to think they can help us. Let us help you. Subscribe, like, share, become members. We're here for you. We want to help our story become your story. Make you be a healthier, happier you. And we know we can help you do that. Thank you so much for watching. Watch all of our videos. We're going to just give you more details. We're going to have some cooking ones. We're going to show you how to do this stuff, make it easy. All make you a healthier, happier you. Thank you.